Hello and welcome to another edition of Motor Cars Enthusiasts. Right off the bat on today's show, Tesla is in the news as they're talking about the Model 3's production dates. Now, what Tesla has already announced has been that this vehicle will go into pre-production in July of 2017, but they'll be up to full production numbers by September, but hopefully getting vehicles in customers' hands by the end of the year. Now, I think this is a turning point for this particular company. If this Model 3 sells half as good as the pre-sale actually did, and all of those folks actually take ownership of this machine, we may see this manufacturer finally get into some positive style numbers. Now, 2016 was a pretty good year for Tesla. They were up in sales, they were up in overall revenue, but their overall numbers were still poor, that being their overall numbers of what they lost. Now, it was up from the year 2015. In 2015, they lost nearly $900 million, but in 2016, they only lost just a little under $700 million, which is somewhat of some improvement. But again, I still feel this vehicle really has to sell and sell well. Tesla's well on their way from proving me wrong because probably, 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago or something like that, I predicted that this company would not exist by the year 2018, but we are rapidly approaching 2018 and this manufacturer is still running relatively strong. Even though I think there is the opportunity this company could still be sold by the end of the year of 2020, but we'll have to wait and see on that front. That's just me talking out loud a little bit. Next up on the list, folks over at Acura and Honda with the brand new NSX have got a new cool little package that you can get an inside look at your brand new NSX being built. For just a touch under $3,000, they'll set you up with a tour plant where you can watch your car being produced. Also, you can get on over to the test track, be shown the ropes by some professional drivers, and there's also another little side deal where you can go over and visit some of the Honda Acura museums in and around the state of Ohio. Like I said, this is a pretty neat little package. It's a one-day package if you just do the track day and the walk around the facility itself. If you go to the actual museum part of it, it takes an extra day. But it's still a pretty good little package, and they will set you up with a hotel if you decide to stay that extra day. I think $3,000 is a pretty good deal, being these cars are really going out the door for almost $200 right now. Now let's talk about a couple of track day stars. One of them coming from Ford, the brand new GT. Now, this sucker's pretty track capable as is, but this is the brand new competition series of the Ford GT. Think of a GT, but basically a lot of the niceties gone. This vehicle comes without air conditioning, without speakers, without the stereo system, that being the radio itself, and also all the storage bins that are inside of the vehicle to help this thing lose weight. In fact, the rear glass of the machine is also changed to acrylic to lose a fair amount of weight. The electric lock is gone off of that latch as well to a manual style one, and it gets a carbon fiber prop rod. Also, you get Gorilla Glass flipped between the driver's compartment and the engine, the optional carbon fiber wheels with titanium lug nuts on all four corners, and a brand new titanium exhaust. All of these are on option list on the standard GT, but they are standard on the competition series. Now, this vehicle made its debut at the Daytona 500, but they haven't yet to announce pricing or availability on this particular machine as of yet. Also, there is some rumors that they're going to build a competition series around this vehicle, meaning there's going to be a one-make series run somewhere, so we'll have to wait and see on those fronts if that's actually what's going to happen. Ford's crosstown rivals weren't out of the track day goodness when they introduced this machine, the brand new Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 1LE. The 1LE package gets you all the track day goodness you would ever want on any Camaro up and down the lineup, from the V6 version all the way up to this supercharged V8 version. Now, what do you get with this one? This thing turns everything up to 11, including the Multimatic dynamic spool valve dampers on all four corners that are adjustable, along with adjustable camber plates on all four corners and adjustable sway bars front and rear. You also get some aero tweaks with a brand new splitter, front canards, and a brand new carbon fiber rear wing. This vehicle gets Brembo brakes on all four corners, lightweight 19-inch wheels that are wrapped in Goodyear Eagle F1 3B super sticky tires. And of course, the power plant remains unchanged. The LT4 6.2 liter supercharged V8 makes 650 horsepower, 650 pounds-feet of torque, and that is shifted through an exclusive 6-speed manual gearbox with active rev matching for the downshifts. A lot of folks thought this was the brand new Z28 when they saw it testing, so we may have some more Camaro goodness. The possibility of a Z28 coming out in the next year or so. We'll have to wait and see on those fronts. General Motors has yet to release pricing or availability on this machine, but we'll let you know those numbers once we get them. Another week goes by and more Hellcat Demon news come out. The new video shows off the suspension settings in race mode. Basically, if you flip the thing in race mode, the vehicle shuts a couple of the niceties off, that being the air conditioning and the radio itself. You might want to have all your wits about you if you put this thing in race mode. It also stiffens and lowers the rear end of the machine, that being the dampers on the rear end of the car, and it softens up the front suspension to its softest setting. This allows for a maximum amount of weight transfer when the vehicle actually launches. But don't freak out about the suspension settings, because if you lift the throttle or have to hit the brakes, suspension settings go back to normal mode. That way this thing doesn't do anything any little bit funky if you get it a little bit loose on the racetrack. We're still weeks away from this deal actually debuting at the New York Auto Show, so we got a lot more teasers to talk about. There's also some more of that cryptic numbers that show up in the smoky burnout. I got the photograph up on the Facebook page. If you want to take a look at the numbers and see what you may think of them, I really couldn't come up with a whole lot of what I thought they may mean. Write them down in the comment section. May talk about them in the next episode. Last up on the list, Netflix is in the news because Netflix is a little bit jealous of Amazon's new automotive juggernaut program known as the Grand Tour. Netflix is shopping around for its own automotive program to go globally inside of their streaming service. Now, I tell you what, as much as I love Jeremy Clarkson, James May, and Richard Hammond on the old Top Gear program now becoming the Grand Tour, I like these guys better. These guys being the US version of Top Gear, which I think could move perfectly in the Netflix lineup, involving Tanner Faust, Rutledge Wood, and Adam Ferrara. I really think that this program was actually a little bit more on the funny side than the original Top Gear was, and would love to see these three guys, now that Top Gear USA has gone off the air, get another crack and have a streaming service with a real budget behind them, because they were really behind the eight ball as far as the big Top Gear was concerned. Love to see these guys get a shot at it, but whether that happens or not, or whether any Netflix executives ever see this video, would probably be slim to none. But that being said, I really hope these guys get a shot at that Netflix deal. And that's all there was that I thought was worth talking about for this edition of Motor Cars Enthusiasts. Don't forget to like us over on the Facebook page. The link's down in the show notes. Also, if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, you can do so at any time. Get the first dibs on the brand new shows as soon as they come out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again real soon.